Good afternoon, and welcome to Wolfie and the Dutch, where it's always the afternoon.
I'm Wolfie.
And I'm the Dutch.
And today is a special episode.
It is. It's very special.
There was a big announcement 2 days ago of the time that this is being recorded from Nintendo.
Yes.
And you know what? I think it deserves a little bit of a longer coverage from both of us.
I think you're probably right.
I think Nintendo holds a special place in every video gamer's heart. You know, like they're
it's
a
true.
special company. They have like the flagship video games that everybody can relate to.
Ooh, that's a good term.
You know,
that's a really good term.
Why don't you let us know what's happened here, Dutch? Let us know.
I can do that. So Nintendo has announced the Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
Which is their next console. I guess what generation would that be? I guess it's a new kind of line of stuff. They're not going with the same kind of way of the Wii, are they?
I mean, it is in terms of like a home console. It's a home console. But
they're going in like a completely different direction here.
Right. So explain it. Explain it for the good people.
I will explain it for the good people and the adoring hordes of fans that we have. Yeah. There's at least 3 of them.
There's 8 of them. We got a whole
8 of them.
hockey
Oh
team.
Yeah, we have a bunch of. We got a whole. Yeah, we do. And a coach, maybe. I don't know.
And a manager.
And a manager. Nice. Who's the manager?
I don't know. One of the. Yo, Playground Tactics. You want to be our manager?
That's solid. That's very solid.
Call out to our boy.
All right, we're gonna put a fancy picture there of Playground Tactics in a tux or something. I don't know.
Don't say that.
I don't know how to do that.
No, I have to edit that.
It just gives you work.
You can't. You're not allowed to say things like that.
All right. Anyway, Nintendo Switch. This is going to be where mobile gaming, and I'm doing a thing with my hands, and it's gorgeous. I'm doing the thing with my hands. It's where mobile gaming and console gaming meets.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Basically, it's.
And I did a very dramatic
of the NX.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? Like there's a tablet.
Essentially,
right.
From what is on the trailer or the commercial, it's a console that you like take the body of the console out of like a dock, and it's a tablet, which kind of, I guess it acts as, it's like a DS.
It's more. I would see it more as like an iPad. It's more of a tablet.
Yeah, an iPad with buttons.
Yeah. It's got like these handy little controllers, I guess, that slide in and out. And you can either slide them onto the tablet or slide them together. Or there's an Xbox controller-looking thing that you could use, which I guess is their new Pro controller version, which is good. They need that. I'm so sick of their janky controllers, man. I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's true.
There's no motion controls as well, or it looks like there's no motion controls, and I'm all for that. I'm done with that. Yeah.
They're very. I'm pretty sure there's no motion controls. Like there was no evidence of it in the.
No, there was.
What's the word I'm looking for? In the commercial, which I think is definitely a good direction. You know what I mean?
The commercial also looks like it's aimed at like 18 to 30-year-olds, with that I think is a smart move. Like the last couple times they were targeting towards the family and towards the smaller children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in the commercial, there's not a single child, which I think is what you're saying. Like they're aiming at the older age group.
Yeah, which is the people that grew up with their systems. Is really what they're looking at now, which is smart.
And we're gonna get more to that.
They kind of showed they wanna. It looks like they want to be a part of esports as well, because they show in the controller. Or not in the control, they show in the little short there. people at like a live event playing an esports type of setting, playing a game, right? So I think that's smart.
Yeah.
They also show like
it looked like they were playing ready. NBA 2K.
Yeah, all around in like a circle. I don't know. It's interesting. It's smart, I think. But that doesn't mean they're going to be successful because the Wii U was a flop.
Mm-hmm.
It belly flopped hard, man.
Yeah, let's go on with some other things that they're trying to do with this this new Nintendo before we go into what they need to do to succeed.
Right. Let's hit some facts. So this is the facts portion. This is what is known, or mostly known.
This is factual. It's been announced that Wii U discs and 3DS. What are those cartridges?
Yeah,
3DS cartridges. Games. They're not going to be compatible with the Nintendo Switch.
No.
Which I'm not sure how I feel about that.
However, they are known to be somewhat backwards compatible, like in the past. So I could see them having something like Xbox where there's a cloud transfer going on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I could definitely see that. So your physical items aren't going to work, and I think that's. I don't even know. Maybe they won't. I feel like did we even see discs? We saw cartridges, but did we see discs?
In the commercial, I don't see a single disc.
I don't remember seeing discs in the yeah.
There was like a little. It looked like
you see a cartridge. So
it looked like a
SD card,
like a Game Boy
right?
cartridge or an SD card. Yeah, I just dated myself. But yeah, it didn't look.
So
I
wonder if there's even going to be discs. So that's not, like optical drives can be kind of expensive. So
yeah,
from what I understand, the dock isn't even really a console. It just it's just a dock station. Like it's not even really the console.
Like
it
a charging thing.
Well, it just outputs to the TV. So that could mean that all your physical media is cartridges, in which case obviously discs wouldn't work,
Yeah, and that'll bring us to a problem later on, but like even the tablet portion itself, it looked way too sleek to have a disc drive of any kind in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You said Wolfie something about the graphics.
The
graphics card. Neither
of us are particularly smart in this area. So I Googled it. So this isn't me. I just Googled it, and then I jotted down things I understood. NVIDIA. I think most people know NVIDIA graphics cards. They're like the forerunners of their industry right now. They've made their own unique graphics card for the Switch, which is the Tegra. It's more akin to that's what it's called. It's more akin to like a mobile device graphics card, but it's super powerful. Like it's a top performing GeForce graphics card. It's got all the HD outputting settings. It's able to do all that. It's more like a high top of the line gaming laptop is basically the way they describe it. So
that's really cool.
It does have. It's gonna have HD, which is a big one. I don't think the Wii U had HD. Did it? Am I making that up?
The Wii U? I'll be honest, homie. I only played the Wii U one time, and it was at a friend's house because he was like, "Yo, dude, you want to come play Smash?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, I want to come play Smash." And I won like 1,000 times.
Yeah, man, Smash is great.
Oh, absolutely. I love that game. Okay. Graphics.
Oh, the Wii U did support HD. But they weren't good. They weren't as good.
When the Wii came out, that was like they spent too much time.
Yeah.
Or resources or space in the little plastic square that was the console. They spent too much time trying to make the motion gameplay effective that they really cheaped out on the graphics, and it didn't make big name games. It didn't do any justice to big name games. Like, I remember there was, I don't remember, was it Call of Duty that was on the Wii, or was it like a Resident Evil type of game?
Both were on there, I believe, in some form.
It was? Okay.
I think we had Black Ops at one point.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure my brother and I had like a shooter like Resident Evil or Call of Duty, something or other, and it just wasn't good because the graphics were horrible. Like, we had a hockey game for the original Wii, and it looked like the same graphics from NHL '94 for our Sega. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
like, way bad.
They just didn't have the capabilities. Now, here's something I was going to say, but just because you brought it up now, I'll talk about it. One of the issues that has been a big problem, especially for third-party developers, is it is so hard to develop for multiple consoles, but then to develop for a console whose controllers are either motion controlled or have this stupid gamepad going on. You have to design around that, and you have to make it work for that. Like, it's a long process of button mapping and finding a way to make these things work, and bugging and debugging them, and the whole port itself going to these very different consoles, right? So they build the game using multiple different softwares. Then they port everything into a game engine, and one of the issues was the Wii U didn't have the Unreal Engine. No, I don't think it had. It didn't have the Unreal Engine or the Unity engine, which the Switch has been confirmed that they're going to have the Unreal 4 engine, which is a big deal. But it didn't have those engines, so any game that was made in those engines weren't going to be ported to begin with. The other issue is then you have to figure out how to make these twisted controllers work properly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, still not just get the functionality that you get out of a basic Xbox controller, but then find a way to use the uniqueness of the gamepad as well. You know, which is that's a lot of time and money and energy to do it, and that's difficult. But in this trailer, they show two very normal controllers. I think that's smart.
Yes,
I think they need to succeed. And I think that's a good step to succeed. They still have this weird Nintendo niche twist with that pad, but it doesn't look like the pad has anything to do with gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like a mobile thing. Like, it doesn't look like you actually use it like you would the gamepad.
Yeah. Speaking of the controllers, something that I thought was really cool was, like, in the commercial, this is just from my watching it and my interpretation of what they were doing, is like on the sides of the tablet are the two halves of the controller, right?
Yeah.
And it looked as though you could take them off.
Yeah.
And play with them individually, one in each hand, or put them together for a small controller, or use each half as a whole controller and play with somebody else. Did you get that vibe from the commercial?
Vibe. Yeah, and
to me, that is super cool.
Yeah, and I think that's that's going to make some interesting.
Absolutely, that's going to revolutionize
controllers,
mobile gaming for sure, and controllers
in general. I think.
Yeah. So
that's
something that I thought was really cool.
Was it's going to support amiibos as well, which I'm fine with. I think amiibos are actually a pretty good idea.
The heck is
I'm not going
to
say a great idea. You don't know what an amiibo is?
No, what's an amiibo?
They're those little plastic statues that they sell, and you like. Have you not seen amiibos?
What do they do?
They just add usually they add some kind of functionality to the game, like for Mario Maker, they gave you like different outfits, and sometimes they give.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez.
That's what all the. That's what all the kids like. Thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like them for that fact that they just seem like collectibles, and I, as a person, don't like stuff. Like, I don't have a lot because I don't want a lot. So the idea of buying these little plastic $20 figurines and then having to put them somewhere drives me nuts. Like, I just don't want them. I'd rather just be able to buy DLC. So as long as they have the ability to buy or unlock that DLC, I'm fine. To me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we've pretty much hit everything in terms of what we actually
another
know.
fact.
Okay, yeah.
It's announced for March 2017.
Yeah, they've said March for a while and they're holding to that, which is an interesting thing. I hope that's true. Because right now it's only as powerful as the Xbox and the PS4 currently.
Yeah,
I mean that's what people are guessing. That's what it looks like.
This March release date seems a little ambitious to me. I think that it'll probably be pushed back.
I don't know. Who knows how long they've been sitting on it. You know,
you know what? That's a really good point,
Nintendo has this habit of sitting on that stuff and then giving a hard push towards the end.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So to wrap this up, we've talked about the graphics card, cartridges, no backwards compatibility in its current form. They got the Unreal 4 and Unity engine, which is important, and the Wii U support for amiibos.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been really confirmed, and what it looks like.
Obviously. All right, I have one more fact.
Yeah.
The trailer was really dumb.
Okay.
I did not enjoy it. They would show a guy playing basketball, and then they'd show some other guys playing the video game of basketball right next to the basketball court, and it was like, I don't know. It was very make funnable. Does that make sense? Yeah,
but that's Nintendo, right? Like, they're just
it was cheesy. It was super cheesy. You're right. It was Nintendo. It was Nintendo.
And, yeah, it felt very doughy. It's something Nintendo does. It makes me feel good inside. It's like, yeah.
Oh, it made me feel
with my friends.
I can play with my friends when the other guys are playing basketball in real life.
Anyways, okay, so now this is more of a part 2 in this episode. What they need to succeed, because we want you to succeed, Nintendo. Deep down,
Wolfie and the Dutch always want you to succeed.
You gotta do you, Nintendo. Didn't rhyme as well as I wanted it to.
That didn't even slightly rhyme.
So, I mean, the number one thing is games. You need solid games, Nintendo. You messed up last time. You messed up before. The last time you did okay Nintendo. With games was GameCube, and that was way too long ago, man.
Yeah, that was way long ago.
What games do you think they need to succeed? And this is, I'm going to say, let's discount. Obviously, the only reason they're still in business is because of things like Zelda and Mario and a lot of their spin-off games. Like,
before we get Pokemon into this, I need to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only reason that Nintendo is still afloat right now is because they've been playing off of nostalgia for 20 years. That's the only reason. And every single console has just been... every single console since GameCube, I'd even say since N64. I guess there was new games for N64 and GameCube, but not nearly as many as there should have been.
I would give them a pass.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Are you going to let me finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I think that I lost my spot. Why'd you interrupt me? I was on a roll.
I stopped.
I think... No, I lost my train of thought. That train is... Nostalgia. What was I saying? That would have been such a good point if I'd have kept going. Dadgummit.
You didn't have anything there, man.
I did. You know what I mean, though. Like they've been just making the same. Whatever. Next point. I had a good point in there somewhere. It was all nostalgia. Freaking Nintendo, man. I love Nintendo.
The games they need games.
Okay, so the games that I think they need, all right, they need a strong shooter.
Yeah.
If they want to market this for more than just children, they need a strong shooter like Battlefield maybe, or
Battlefield 1
or like Call of Duty.
That would be a smart one. Call of Duty.
That would be a really smart one.
Even Star Wars Battlefront. As soon as all that DLC is out, you package it together and you finally have a whole game for $60.
Yeah, like they're gonna sell that for $60. You can have a whole game for $120.
More than that. More than $120.
Well,
at this point,
I bet you when Battlefront 2 comes out and all of those DLCs come out, and then you add Battlefront 1 and all of those DLCs, it'd be like 84% of a game.
Yeah, you might be that high at that point. But anyways, you take all that's been released, you put it into a full package, boom, you got a pretty good game. On top of that, they show Skyrim in the trailer, but that hasn't actually been confirmed. But that would be great if they got that. That's a big seller, especially if they got Skyrim and Fallout. Both of those on there, maybe even
mobile.
Yeah, maybe even the new Red Dead Redemption, the second one that's been announced, just got announced.
Oh yeah, that looked really cool too.
They put that on there. That's going to make a good seller. Things like the new Mass Effect game, when that comes out, if they can get that on there. And even Destiny 2. Not going to go into the specifics about Destiny here and now. and here's two that I don't think many people think about. Go ahead and say the first one, Dutch.
Sports games.
Sports
games, they're a huge seller now. Especially with the... I guess like 20 to into 30s, like everybody can enjoy a sports.
Everybody
game.
plays sports games, man. Everybody
like they're just such and
they come out every year. That's the other thing.
Yeah, and it's they do, but it's not like an overplayed kind of come out every year.
No, like it always feels like they're adding stuff to it. You got stuff like FIFA. Yeah. The NFL, really high-profile games that the majority of people play. They've had sports games before, but they don't really play them up. And I think they could really benefit for playing it up. I think it's important.
Absolutely. And I think they're starting to learn that, especially since they put NBA 2K in the...
Yeah, they did.
In the commercial. Right. But that also has not yet been confirmed.
No, but it's in there, so I do actually have hope that they're gonna get both of those. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing that I think they really do need is a strong indie game title, like
Absolutely.
The way that Spelunky was there for 360, or Super Meat Boy, or Fez, or Rocket League, something that's made outside of Nintendo that. Yeah. Nintendo can point to and say, look at how fun this game is. Like, this is a big deal. This is a big deal in the indie community.
Yeah, it's true.
To really play up that other developers are going to come to our platform. And stuff like that really does help sell your console.
And that'll attract other types of gamers as well.
Yeah, Shovel Knight, something like that, where people get super into it and interested and want to play it. And want to support people, makes a community. That's an important feature. Speaking of community, they need an online structure, man. They need a solid Xbox Live PS network structure.
Yeah, they really do.
They failed very hard on that so far.
I want to add one more thing to the like in terms of games, what they need. I think they really need to branch out and be more than just Mario, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they have other super awesome franchises within Nintendo, but they need to start being more than just Mario. Like, they need new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't...
And,
It wouldn't hurt. Well, they got Splatoon, right? And they showed Splatoon in the trailer, and I think that was a really great title, but they need more of that. They need more innovation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess not even necessarily innovation, for this. But more things. Like, you can't live off... I mean, they have lived off Zelda and Mario and all that, but it would be nice...
See? For 20 years.
Yeah. It would be nice to see... more new stuff.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that little sidetrack. Go back to the online play.
I'm just saying they need a structure. Like they obviously have online capabilities, but they haven't built it out. You know, like they do have a thing like Street Pass for the DS, which would be cool if they brought that across to the Switch with its mobile aspect. But you need to be able to add your friends. You need to see what your friends are doing. You need to be able to because I mean the Xbox and the PlayStation, they both have features where you can send your friends messages and be like, "Yo, check out my gameplay clip. Check out this." You need to be able to see people's achievements, stuff that you can connect like that and have a party chat, a group chat, stuff like that, where you feel like you can play with your friends. You're not just playing a solo experience all the time, and you can communicate with your. Like in Splatoon, they didn't have game chat. They decided not to, and that was a huge misstep, I think. I don't think that was a great idea.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep it family friendly, but you can't.
They did themselves a disservice.
Yeah, you need to be able to, especially in a team shooter, definitely. You need to be able to coordinate and talk.
You need to be able to communicate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Things like inviting your buddy to a match or stuff like that. They need to build that out. They need to have that. Which, you know what? They have that app, Mitomo, so maybe that's them messing with some ideas. You know, maybe that was a prototype.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I just thought of that now.
That's not a bad idea.
So that's possible.
That's a solid point. Along the lines of online play, this is just a thought. Since this is kind of combining console and mobile, I think that it'd be interesting. That's the right word, I think. If they do implement some of these online gaming type of things, if they offered some sort of like data usage, if that makes sense. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Like, if that your phone is able to like have apps and stuff on it, and where you can access your apps.
you could leave your house and not have Wi-Fi and still play online through
your phone,
through data. Not necessarily, because like you could use your phone as a hotspot, but like if you could just.
Like connect to a wireless network.
No, I mean like, you know how some iPads can have not just iPads, but some tablets can have internet access outside, like outside of Wi-Fi zones
with a data plan. Sure.
With a data plan, like if they offered some sort of a data plan type of thing for this, I think that would be cool, but not necessarily vital. See where I'm going with this? Maybe?
Sort of. I don't know. And this is the other thing, skipping one of the points I have written down, but cost is another one. You know, Nintendo has always been competitive when it comes to their cost. They usually price them.
Yeah.
They usually make money on them, which is rare, but they usually try and keep their costs down. Which is why you don't see a lot of amazing graphics and stuff, because they keep their costs so low. So I don't know if that would work into their costs. And on top of that, we had both said something like a Blu-ray player in it would be very appreciated.
Ooh, yeah. But it probably isn't going to happen.
Again, right.
Though,
like we didn't see
in order to be successful, like look at PlayStation, look at Xbox. They're all you can use them as your Blu-ray or your DVD player, and that's something that's like I wouldn't in my dorm room. Like I'm not gonna bring a DVD player and an Xbox. You know what I mean? Like Yeah. Like if Xbox didn't play Blu-rays, guess who's not going to be watching Blu-rays? Like it's me if you didn't get that guess there.
It's a reason that I think people might buy it. Like if you're looking at it and you go, okay, the Xbox or the PlayStation has Blu-ray, but the Nintendo Switch doesn't. I have Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Therefore, I have now just eliminated the Nintendo Switch. There are people like that, man, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, it's true. It's just one of those things where it's just a major selling point.
It's been a selling
especially
point
for
since,
somebody,
I think, the Xbox, like the first Xbox.
Since the first Xbox when they offered the DVDs.
A DVD, yeah, and since then they've always put in. And now that Blu-ray is the patent is up on Blu-rays, immediately Xbox One put Blu-rays in there. Immediately.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I use it.
All right.
Like lots of people use it.
Oh, absolutely.
So does that bring us to the end of this afternoon?
That brings us to the end of the afternoon. Do
you have anything to wrap this up? Do you have any last comments?
I don't think so. I don't necessarily know that I'll be investing in this new fancy console, but I think that it's a good idea, and I would probably want to try it out and recommend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is. I'm eager to see more. I don't think we've seen enough. I don't think we know enough in terms of specs, what it'll do, where it'll be. So I'm interested to see more, and I'm optimistic. And I want them to succeed.
We always want them to succeed. Wolfie and the Dutch, looking out for the little guy, even if the little guy is a huge corporation called Nintendo.
Why don't you go ahead and leave a comment down below for us and let us know your thoughts. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be a part of our hockey team. We have positions open. And while you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Wolfie_the Dutch. And as always, I'm Wolfie.
And I'm the Dutch.
And we'll see you next afternoon.